Hello, and welcome back to Northern Lights. We had a spooky night. I don't know what's up with that. I was expecting this game to be very much more drama slice of life, I guess. Like more interpersonal drama and stuff, but that was weird. I'm still curious what that is about, but I hope we have some more happy fun times is what I'm looking forward to. But all right. Come morning, I was up just before 7, freshening myself up before Aldrich's arrival, briefly disappearing into the motel office, grabbing a pair of oranges from a bowl on the counter. I love oranges. I just ate like 3 oranges before recording this. I love oranges. Every time I go to the store, I buy a bag of oranges. Oh, it's fun to eat. I like to after I peel off the skin, I like to just munch on the skin. Oh no, I'm weird, I guess. People tell me I'm insane for liking that, but I like it. Catching sight of Aldrich's truck as I wandered back towards my room made my heart skip a beat. I motioned to where my room was, and he grabbed the closest spot. What is that, Aldrich? What is that? Oh, that's short. Okay. Okay, Aldrich. Okay. The shepherd stepped out of the truck, and my jaw almost hit the gravel at the sight of him. It was standard gym fare, all right, but seeing it on Aldrich made me shiver with delight. Morning, Cody. Howdy, Aldrich. It took me far longer than I would have liked to move my eyes up, away from the bulged shorts and exposed, chiseled stomach, smiling at the shepherd before me. Care for an orange? The shepherd gave me a nod and grabbed one I offered him. He pulled out a pocket knife, flipping it open, and sat with a satisfying shink, starting to peel away at it. Oh, that's just a tail. Okay. It's like, what was that game called? Oh god, what was that game called? I played it like just not like half a year ago, I think already. But has it been that long? Shit though. In case of emergency, that's what it was. That one was fun. I like the T-gore. Did old Vincent show you the place yet? Or are we going in blind? Flying blind. Said he had to clean it up a bit first. Figure he'd been using it as storage until now. Aldrich cut my orange open for me next, and we sat on the tailgate of his truck, enjoying the juicy snack. My long rudder tail draped off the one side, while his bushy tail beat gently against my back. After we get your stuff in, I'll have to head off to work. I appreciate you giving me the lift still. Well, let's get at it and go see our new hangout. Aldrich carried me too near to wait. Aldrich carried my too near to bursting duffel bags. Okay. Wow, this sentence just completely ran away from me. It is what it is. My 2 duffel bags out of the room, and I took care of my backpack. Soon enough, I was checked out and climbing into Aldrich's truck, excited for what lay ahead. We caught sight of Vincent on the sidewalk, quietly going about cleaning the store window. The wolf's ears perk up at the sound of the truck parking nearby. Well, that's a cute shirt. Oh, they look good. Characters look good in this game. I'm just saying. Morning, Vinny. Please, a pleasant morning to you, Cody. I see you brought along some help. Good morning, Aldrich. Right back at you, Vinny. Vinny, sorry. It's real nice of you, setting Cody up like this. I hope he didn't have to sell his soul or something. The shepherd chuckled, gently patting me on the back, his gaze wandering upwards to the second floor. I could tell he was just as excited as I was to see the new place. Nothing of the sort, I assure you. Well, let's get to it. Should be enough time to get you settled, Cody. Sounds good to me. Aldrich and I grabbed my bags, dipping into the front entrance of the video den, which Vincent locked behind us, leading towards the back. No, excuse me. Stepping through another door into the back room. I've got you a key for the door over there. Leads straight out to the street. The apartment doesn't have a phone, but there is one on the second floor on its own line. The wolf led us up a flight of narrow stairs, stopping at the top to fish out a key ring from his pocket, unlocking the door to my new home. The door swung open, and we were flooded with the pleasant warmth of morning light. My whiskers twitched, breathing. Yes. Twitched, breathing the strangely appealing, musty odor of the old place, finding myself lost in the moment before ever going in, eyes closed, ears twitching. You all right there, pup? Vincent's voice knocked me out of a trance, and I gave a soft nod, walking past him into the apartment, Aldrich close behind. Both our eyes were wide at the sight of the place, hardly looking touched since the place was built. Oh, this is a nice pool. This is neat. I always think it's fun when the windows are that big, but I also hate windows. So aesthetically I like them, but I also don't like having them. If that makes sense. I don't like looking outside, you know? Mainly because I don't like looking at storms. So it is what it is. Man, look at this place. Misty is going to lose her mind when she sees your place, Cody. Aldrich kept wandering around, taking it all in. Vincent was close to my side, watching me as I checked everything out, my eyes catching sight of a shelf with a few potted plants on it. You seriously letting me stay here, boss? Of course, pup. It's not much, but I've managed to scrounge together a couple of things for you. Those plants there are a gift from me. Look after them, and you'll continue to have some lovely herbs and greenery in here. I don't even know how to begin thanking you. Reckon I'll just have to work my butt off for you to start. Seriously, Vinny, this is top tier. Thank you for doing this. And next time you need to come to the store, I'll have you in for the friends and family discount. All right? Much appreciated, Aldrich. Let me get out of your fur, though. Take your time. Want you on the clock in half an hour, so we can go over opening procedures. Sounds good. Absolutely. I won't be late. Vincent handed me the key ring. It felt heavy in my paw, like it was giving my body the first feeling of standing on solid ground in a week. Afterwards, he wandered back downstairs, leaving Aldrich and I alone. Check it out. He even got you a TV and VCR. You think you're up for regular movie nights? Look at this small TV. Look at that. That's amazing. That's just so cool. Heck yeah, I am. Of course. You're welcome. You're welcome here anytime you want. So, want to come back over tonight and help me unpack? Could cook you up a nice Cajun dinner if you think you can handle something fierce. Fiery? Fiery? I don't know. I don't mind too much. I don't mind spicy too much. Just be merciful. How about you make me a little list, and I'll bring over some groceries for my folks' store. My treat. That'd be awful sweet of you. Thanks, Aldrich. The shepherd smiled and went back to wandering around our new hangout. Meanwhile, I took a piece of paper from my notebook, wrote down a small list of groceries. Once done, I handed it over to the shepherd. Shrimp cornmeal. Cayenne? I hope that's right. Grits, lots of good stuff. This list sounds like an otter after my own heart. His voice playful yet again, giving me a gentle pat on the shoulder, making me feel hot in the face.
Catch you later, Cody. I'll swing by around at 6.
Looking forward to it. My second shift of work hardly felt like work at all. Vincent ran through opening procedures with me efficiently. Oh my god, music. Here, let me turn that up a bit. Let me turn up them tunes. Okay. That didn't actually turn up at all. Okay, I don't... You know what? Let's leave it there for now. It's fine. It's fine. Soon enough, I was back to shelving returns, recommending some of my favorites to customers, being able to talk about my element. In my element made me more comfortable with strangers than I expected I could be. I was left in charge of the store for half an hour as Vincent went off to grab us lunch. Sitting behind the counter, I flipped through my sketchbook, thinking about the first week of college that lay ahead. Though I paused as I landed on a page with a sketch of an antique coin, eyes fixated on its crude details, trying to recall why I'd drawn it in the first place. A paw came to rest on my shoulder, and I nearly jumped out of my fur, eliciting a startled squeak, quickly calmed by the deep chuckling of Vinny.
Sorry about that, pup. You weren't answering. Rather spaced out.
Vinny set down a takeout bag from the lodge pole? Lodge pole? Not log pole. Lodge pole. I don't know what that is. Was that the place we went to before? Am I crazy? I'm crazy. I like to think that anyway. Glancing at the sketch of the coin.
Is this your art?
No, I bought this. Yeah, just sketches though, nothing fancy. You can have a thumb through it if you're inclined. Vincent took the sketchbook and thumbed through the pages while I set about unpacking the lunch. A mouth-watering turkey barbecue? Why did I say bacon? Do I want bacon? I don't know. Mouth-watering turkey barbecue spread with sides for us to share.
These aren't half bad. Looks like you got some storyboarding in here. A little costume design. Very nice.
The wolf grabbed some paper plates from under the counter and served up the food for the pair of us, glancing at me as I went back to staring at the coin.
Mind if I ask what's so special about that sketch?
I just don't recall drawing it. Guess it's something I made up and forgot about.
Well, you didn't make it up. Can tell you that much.
It's not?
A pretty local coin, actually. Back from the early mining days of the town.
How do you mean? Isn't it just a penny?
Look there. Does that look like President Lincoln?
What kind of animal is Lincoln? What's Lincoln's persona? Please tell me in the comments. I want to know people's opinions. What do you think Lincoln's persona is? The face on the coin wasn't even trying to look like the fancy Great Dane. It seems that he's a Great Dane. I spoke actually too soon. It is what it is. But still, what would your preference be? I'm curious. Rather, it was the head of a husky. Not even a little, so what? This town had its own currency?
For a short while, when it was first incorporated. The founder was pretty strict about keeping the wealth local, and outside of government taxation.
Can't imagine that ended well for him. How do you know all this?
The town has a little museum section in the library. Some of the old currency, local relics.
Reckon I should check it out sometime. The conversation had me looking at the sketch with more confusion, curious as to how I've known what such a coin could look like in the first place.
Well, don't let lunch get cold.
What if I like it cold? The wolf chuckled, eyed me curiously before setting about eating his food. I happily dug in as well, enjoying the well-smoked and seasoned turkey breast. The rest of my shift was fairly uneventful, and just as I clocked out at 6, I spotted Aldrich waving at me from the street. The street. Okay. Okay. I forget how to... It's H, right? Give me a minute. Okay. I wanted... This is gonna sound bad. I was really hoping that, like, it was unbuttoned slightly and there'd be, like, a little tuft of fur there. You all want it too. Don't lie to me. It's... Making our way outside, he smiled, giving me a pat on the back. I helped him carry the bags of groceries in. Geez, thank you, Aldrich. You didn't have to get me so much.
Sure I did. Gives you one less thing to worry about while you settle in. Don't go in that one box, though. A little surprise for me.
We walked around the back and made for my new apartment. Sorry. I hadn't set foot inside since we dropped my bags off that morning. Oh, it looks cute. In the nighttime lighting.
I still can't believe Vinny got you situated like this. Who am I kidding? Vincent's one of the nicest guys in town.
I barely know him, and he's already been making me feel right at home. I went about unpacking the groceries, putting the cold stuff in the fridge, dry goods on the counter until I could figure out how I wanted to organize things. These are some mighty plump shrimp. They'll do just fine for dinner. And how about I get food started, then you can help me unpack. How's that sound?
Works for me. I skipped lunch today. It sounds like the dinner you had. Sounded like the dinner you had. A plan would make me loosen my belt if I didn't.
Tail. It's cute. Okay, it's cute. It's fine, it's fine. The comment caused me to chuckle and briefly made my eyes wander southward on the shepherd.
Anything I can help you with in the kitchen?
Sure. Mind grating the block of cheese for me? Aldrich gave me a nod, a tail thumping against my sides as he stood next to me. In no time at all, I had Garth's famous biscuits. I don't know that word. I don't know the other word. I can't read words, guys. It's just not working. It's not working. And Cajun honey roasted carrots in the oven, grits bubbling away, turkey bacon slowly rendering in a cold skillet. In a cold skillet? Turkey bacon slowly rendering? Oh, okay. I mean, I guess. Okay. You don't like to heat it up first and then slap it on there? I guess there's a process. It's fine. With shrimp blackened and ready to fry up at the end. The whole studio was quickly growing fragrant with real Cajun cooking, and it seemed to make Aldrich's tail endlessly swish back and forth in a slow pace, excited by what he had coming in his way.
Man, that smells amazing. You might even give Devin a run for his money.
Devin?
My other close friend here. Misty, Devin, and I pretty much been thick as thieves since preschool. Devin wants to go be a chef. He's usually the one cooking for Thanksgiving for all three of our families. I think you two will get along well.
He sounds nice. Reckon I'll try hard to make a good first impression. The shepherd patted me on the shoulder, a warm smile on his face.
Don't overthink it too much. Devin's a pretty relaxed guy.
Nodding my head gently, I set a timer to remind me when to start the shrimp, and headed for the bed. For the bed? Headed for the bed. The bed. Okay. I don't know why this phrasing has completely stopped my brain, but that's okay. Lugging my 3 bags up onto it. You can go through this for that one, if you don't mind. Mostly just the art supplies I could fit in, and photos. Aldrich gave a nod, starting to go through the bag, while I set about tucking my clothes away in a dresser. He paused when he came up upon the picture of my friends and I.
These your friends in New Orleans?
Yeah, it's a cute scene. Look at those little guys. They're cute. Yeah, that's Tobin there, and the gator is Liam. That was our last day together, and I had to catch the bus to come here. Before I had to catch the bus to come here. Couldn't just say that was like, oh, right, it was a multi-day trip on the bus, wasn't it? That's right. Okay, so it's not like just yesterday. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I'm caught up. The question made me smile, thinking about everything we'd done over the years, from our movies to finding new secrets in the city, and just catching up after school. Absolutely. Though that one summer with you had a pretty good influence on it. It was right after that we decided to make our first movie in a place we shouldn't have been in. Got myself some lockpicks, and we were set in an old cotton mill. It was really exciting, even though it wasn't my best script.
Lockpicks? Yeah. You'll fit in just fine with us. Just wait until you see all the secrets this town has. But that's spoilers. You'll have to wait for now.
There was a look of frustrated disappointment on my face, which caused Aldrich to chuckle. Even now, he remembered how excited I got for the secrets he wanted to share.
So, this is all your stuff. Parents come up with, more later?
The question caused a lump in my throat and made my stomach feel a little off. Well, no. I don't have a home to go back to in New Orleans. My pa kicked me out. Aldrich stood tall when he heard this, making me think of Liam and Tobin, standing up for me in the end, wanting to be there to tell my asshole of a father off.
Why the hell would he kick out someone as great as you?
Well, but my pa always had plans for me. Ma said he had it all worked out before I was even born. In my last semester, he told me that I needed to start applying for Catholic colleges. I looked at the floor in shame. The way my father brought me up was something that was hard for me to shake. I told him I wasn't interested in a Catholic school.
He really just dropped it on you out of the blue?
I always suspected he would. Was hoping for the best, I guess. Just, that's not the worst part. Told me he would only pay for Catholic teaching. If and I didn't go to one, well, he told me I ain't his son. Aldrich huffed loudly at the thought of the conversation. One of his paws balled lightly into a fist. I could hardly imagine what the large shepherd would have said to my father.
Catholic school that bad?
For me, it is. This was my moment. It had to be. At least we were alone this time, and I wasn't willing to keep secrets from Aldrich. Maybe we haven't known each other that long, but I felt as close to him as I did Liam and Tobin. I wanted to tell you last night. It's just any time I want to say the words, it's like I'm about to get struck by my pa's belt again. Heck, even alone here, it's still hard for me to say. Aldrich took a seat on the bed, patting the empty spot next to him. I took a seat, and he wrapped an arm around my back, holding me in a way that truly made me feel safe.
It's okay, Cody. Just us here, whatever you gotta say. And don't be afraid. I would never let someone strike you, just for speaking the truth.
I'm gay. My words were whispered. I knew they were true, but I had no confidence in speaking them, staring at the floor as if expecting some form of harsh judgment still.
Thank you for sharing that with me. I mean it. Am I really the first person you ever told? Not even your friends knew?
You're the only one I've ever come out to. Much as I love my friends, I was scared of what they would think of me. I thought I'd feel bad telling someone, but I just feel happy. Reckon the way I feel right now is better is because you were always meant to be the first one to know. Aldrich looked hot in the face over the level of trust I offered him, that confident smile soon returning, clearly glad he was the first to know.
I had a feeling after yesterday. Pretty sure I wasn't the only one letting those hugs go on for too long.
The shepherd chuckled, playfully patting me on the back. He stood proudly in front of me, and I swore he was even flexing a little. Was it really that obvious?
Honestly, I wouldn't say that it was. I think you're just been keeping it a secret for so long that most probably couldn't tell. But the way you acted after I said I was gay, that's when I knew.
I'm sorry I didn't tell you last night. Just all those people around. Couldn't bring myself to do it.
Relax, Cody. I understand completely. I won't tell anyone else. That's your choice to make, okay?
Gently nodding my head, I smiled up at him. For the first time in years, taking a fresh breath of air I didn't know I'd been in desperate need of. I don't know if I'll ever have the courage to tell anyone else, but at least he knows. He deserves it. We went back to unpacking my things, though only a few moments later, Aldrich spoke up again.
Is this?
He'd pulled out a geode, the very same one he'd given me on the last day of summer camp so long ago. It was the most it was the most well cared for thing I had, which was saying a lot considering it was a rock. Same one. Mine was a dud after all. Aldrich held the geode under the lamp head, twirling it in the paws, watching the crystals glimmer. In my gut, I was sure of what I saw in his eyes. That me keeping the geode around, even after our letters stopped, meant as much to him as it did for me.
Where should I put it?
What about with the plants? It should look nice, catching sunlight most days. Aldrich gave a nod and placed it on the top shelf, next to one of the pots. It didn't take us long to finish sorting things out. Just then, the kitchen timer went off. I hurried back to the stove to get the shrimp started. My ears twitched at the sound of Aldrich opening the box he'd brought along.
Don't look over my way.
And the shepherd playfully cautioned me, so I kept my attention on the dinner. Excuse me. Pulling the cheesy biscuits from the oven, placing each one on a serving plate. All right, I'll end the part here, everyone. So I'll see you guys around.